Okay, howdy everybody, Colorado Biker again, and today we're going to go over another part of prepping on a budget, doing it inexpensively. And part of it is learning how to separate what you want from what you need. It's figuring out what you actually need to buy for your preps, and just the stuff that you want, the stuff that is not a necessity. The trick is to get the stuff that you're going to need first, and that's things like food, water storage, things like that you're going to have. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there that I would want. There's a lot of stuff out there that a lot of people want, okay, but it's not necessary. Sure, I'd like to have a whole bunch of different stuff to add to my preps, but it's not going to be necessary. It's not going to be something that is going to be essential, okay? And I go after my needs first: food, water, shelter, the essentials. And then as I build those up and I get those purchased and put in, then I can move on to things that I want. I can expand out and get more of the things that complement it, okay? That's starting off slow, starting off easy, okay? But get the stuff that you're going to need, okay, first, before you get the stuff that you want. Oh, that looks cool, I really want it. Yeah, but do you really need it? That's an important question to ask yourself. And part of that too is what you spend your everyday money on, what you spend your money on a regular basis, those bills that you regularly have, okay? Once again, it goes to separating your wants from your needs. Are you actually going to need cable television? You know, a lot of times that's 50, 60, 80, 100 bucks a month. Do you really need it, or do you just want it and like it? You know, that can be a way to save some money. Say, hey, okay, I'm done with cable. That can save me 120 bucks a month. Well, that 120 bucks a month, you know, that's $1,400 a year. You can save a lot of money by eliminating things that you want and that you like and are conveniences that aren't a necessity, things that you don't need to live, okay? Another good one, you know, do you really need that $4 cup of coffee from Starbucks or some other place, or do you just want it? You'd be amazed at how much money you can save if you look at your budget and separate out, do I need it or do I just want it? That's an important consideration that a lot of people have trouble with. You know, they want it. Oh, I want, you know, oh, I like getting my coffee in the morning for $3 at the barista. Okay, well, maybe you could take it from home. Make coffee at home, get a to-go cup, and then just do it from home. You know, that'll cost you 50 cents, not $3.50. That can add up, and that adds up real quick, okay? And it goes to saving money, and then that money that you save can be put towards things that you actually are going to need, and things you're going to need to add to your preps. It's living a frugal life. It's not spending money on things that you don't need. And sometimes it's hard to do. Sometimes there are things that you really want. I really would like to have this. Well, there's a lot of things I would really like to have that I go without just because I know I can't afford it right now. I have other priorities that take precedent. So you got to learn to separate those wants from the needs. That's one aspect that can save you a ton of money that you can put towards prepping. Okay? A lot of people, they just can't separate the two. So take a hard look at what you're spending your money on every day and say, do I want this or do I need it? Is it essential? Do I have to have it, or is it just a luxury? Okay. Another thing like that is brand name items. This is another place where you can save a lot of money. Okay. Sure, brand name items on some things are better, but a lot of times they're not, particularly when it comes to food. Okay, I found a lot of generics and store brands, things like that. They're same quality. Some I've actually found that are actually even a little bit better than the brand name stuff. So instead of buying the brand name, I buy the store brand or the generic, which is just as good. Sometimes, like I said, better. You can save a lot of money that way. The same goes for clothing, for equipment, for accessories. Some of it, yeah, you do need to get a brand name because it's good quality stuff. But on other stuff, you don't need to buy the brand name. You can get an equivalent that's almost as good or just as good for a lot less, just because it doesn't have a brand name associated with it. And clothing is a great example. Okay, you can get a cheap generic shirt or something like that you can get somewhere. You know, like I said the other day, you can get stuff at thrift stores, things like that. That's where you can buy brands for cheap. But buying it new from a brand name store, you're going to spend a fortune, and you're not getting any extra value. The brand price is you're just paying for their marketing and advertising, not for the product. There's no reason to buy things like that. It's a big waste of money, which could be spent better elsewhere on your preps. Okay? All right, let's take a look at today. And it is, as you can see, it's very lightly snowing out. It's a very light snow, and it's coming in little waves and spurts here and there. But it is another pretty day. And it's sunny and snowing. What a combination, huh? So there we go. You can see the clouds off in the distance hugging the mountaintops. So that's another thing. Going out, getting fit, things like this, and going out and carrying your bags and all that. It's not just a fair weather thing to do. Go out in the bad weather. Go out when it's shitty. Go out when it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's icy, when it's cold. Yeah, I know I'm a bit hypocritical for not doing it the other day when it was a blizzard outside, or blizzard conditions outside, but walking in 2 degrees Fahrenheit with 45-mile-an-hour winds, yeah, that's not that much fun. I'd do it if I had to, but I didn't have to, and I could do another video from in the house. But even today, it's colder, it's snowing, but it's not that bad out. So, you know, go out and go for a walk. So anyway, back to the prepping on a budget too. Okay, like I said, you don't have to spend your money on brand names. Separate your needs from your wants. Figure out what it is. You got to prioritize stuff and prioritize your budget. Figure out what you're going to need to get before you get what you want to get. Okay, so that's the very basics on that. Look at your budget. Look at the things that you can eliminate. Are there things that you can eliminate that are just useless wastes of money? So take a look, be critical, and later on, when you get things more settled in, you have more of what you need, then you can start working on things that you want. I'm going to start doing that with certain items now. So, but figure it out. It takes a bit of doing, but if you do it, you can get the good stuff that you need, and then later get the great stuff that you want. So that's about it for now. And until next time, remember, keep on prepping.